Hi guys, so this is part 2 of our basic leg stretches. In this one, what I want you to do is take a block and bring it underneath one of your buttocks. You basically bend the opposite leg and bring the knees in together. And if possible, you try and get a little back bend from this pose, as it'll open and stretch the groin a little bit more. Be very comfortable. Again, like I mentioned in the first video, you want to hold each stretch between 30 seconds to a minute. For the video, I did it about 10 to 15 seconds so that I wouldn't bore you. So look, I give you a side profile of this stretch. Bring the block underneath one of the buttocks, bend the knees, and then place the knees slightly together and try and get like a little mini back bend, like a straight bridge, if you will. Be patient. Don't torque your joints. If anything feels painful, please come out of the pose immediately. It's not worth the pain. Next stretch is the butterfly stretch. They do this a lot in martial arts, and we do it a lot in yoga as well. You basically bring the feet together and you bow down towards the leg. If you want to get a deeper stretch, I didn't show it in this video, but what you could do is you can open the feet like a book and then you bow down on it. This will open the groin a little bit more. Next thing you could do here is you open the feet about a foot's distance apart and you bow down towards the legs. This will give you a bit of a deeper stretch. Believe me, even though it looks the same, it changes the stretch completely. Next one, you open up the legs, sort of like Charlie Chaplin, feet in external rotation, as you can see, and you push the back of the elbows in back of the knees. This stretch is amazing and could lead to some very, very other interesting yoga stretches. Next one, we do the front split. You can try and square off here the hips as much as possible. My hips aren't perfectly squared off, so bear with, and my split isn't perfect either. It's just a work in progress and something you can practice every day. We do the opposite leg. Again, I stayed here 15 to 20 seconds. In your real practice, you could do it 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, anything that pleases you. But just be consistent. With flexibility, you want to practice almost every day, because the days you don't practice, you go back quite a fair bit. You lose it quite a fair bit. And here we go. This is another version of the split, side split. Go down as much as possible. Again, be very patient. At one time, I pushed myself so hard in split positions that my groin hurt for about a week. And it's the last thing you want to do. You want to avoid any form of pain. You want it to actually feel good. And you want to be able to move in a supple fashion after you're done stretching. You don't want to feel tighter, right? This one is very easy. What you do is you bring your knee either to your chest or you cross it over. And then if you're advanced, you can actually bend the opposite leg and you can hug the side of the leg with the opposite arm. And here you look back. Al Cavadlo does a really neat variation of this one because he's more supple in the shoulder area than I am. But this will do if you're lacking a certain shoulder mobility and flexibility. So try your best. Hold it for enough time where you feel a nice stretch. And then obviously you do the opposite side. For the opposite leg, I wanted to give you a side view of it, right? If you bring the knee to chest, you could stay there, or you can cross the leg, you could cross the other leg, and then grab the leg with the opposite arm. Really neat stretch for your lateral body, so for your side body, yeah? Next stretch, you bring your legs in about a 45-degree angle, and we stay 15 to 20 seconds on the left side. Then ultimately, we're going to do 15 to 20 seconds in the center, and we're going to do 15 to 20 seconds on the right-hand side. I explained it much faster than I'm doing it, but that's basically the idea. This is a nice stretch for lower back. It's a nice stretch for your legs. It just feels really, really good after doing these little sequences. Once you're walking around, you feel like you have this more floaty-esque feeling in your legs and in your movement. Next stretch is a little bit bizarre. You put your legs like so. You put one leg inward, put one leg outward, and then you try kind of flexing the oblique into the extended leg, the leg that's extended outward. So you see that my body forms a little arc in the direction of the extended leg. And then ultimately you do the other leg. You bring one knee in, you bring the other knee out, and you go towards the opposite side. I really like this stretch a lot. In Pilates, they do an exercise called the mermaid based on this stretch. And it looks a little bit strange, but it's a very nice stretch for your legs. Next one is very easy. You put one foot on the opposite quad and then you just press on the quad. This is good to build up to a lotus sit, which you see a lot in yoga and oftentimes in martial arts also, but mainly in yoga. Be patient with this pose. This is how I once hurt my knee, so you don't want to go quicker than you need to go. Guys, I hope this was helpful, and namaste.